Okay, good morning, everyone. I'm going to put in the other camera and let's get rolling. Whoops, what happened here? Okay. First, we have a new participant today. I'm going to explain things a little bit more in detail than I have been lately. Mira, welcome. We're going to start by just standing on the floor and assessing how our feet feel on the floor, how the ankles feel, how the knees, the hips. Just make a mental note of it. You have a ball, put it down on the ground, tennis ball or racket ball, and in the middle of the foot, press down 3 times, right in the middle of the foot. Move it up to the knuckles underneath the toe and press down once, going across. You can hold on to the back of a chair, a table, be next to a wall. Hold the stick that perhaps you have while doing this. Then rotate on your heel and slide the ball across those knuckles. And then stop at the first knuckle and roll the ball down the bone to the top of the heel. Come back up and roll it down the second toe bone. And all 5 of them get the same treatment. And then finally, just scribble the ball all around the bottom of the foot. And holding on to, it doesn't have to be a stick, it could be a chair, could be a table, could be a wall. Just make sure you're safe and stable. And 3, 2, 1. Now reassess how that foot feels in comparison to the other and how the ankle, knees, and hip joints feel as compared to before we started. Put the ball in the middle of the other foot, press down 3 times. Up to the knuckles, meet the crease of the toe, press down once. Going across. And then rotate on the heel and slide the ball across those knuckles. And then roll it down each of the bones, starting at the knuckle and going to the top of the heel. And then scribble. Just move the ball all around the foot, exerting enough pressure that you feel it, but not too much that you're in pain. And you can experiment with different balls. Softer ones, maybe sometimes a little harder. See what you like. 3, 2, 1. Get the ball out of the way so you don't trip on it. And reassess. Everything should be feeling more rooted and grounded. Since we are, I'm going to usually do balance at the end, but let's do some balance in the beginning. We're just going to put one foot in front of the other and rock back and forth. You might want to be next to a chair or a table or a wall, or holding onto a stick because it's going to get a little bit more adventuresome. We're going to start picking the foot off the ground. We come forward and back. Pick it up as much as you feel comfortable. And then get the arms involved as if you're marching along. And then let's swing both arms up as we lift the leg as high as you feel comfortable. And then I'm going to start adding some mental components. Let's see, what do we do today? Let's think of a comedian. Name a comedian in your mind. And a movie star male. And a movie star female. And a famous theatrical performer, either sex. And a opera singer. And let's stop. Switch feet, put the other foot front, and again, just rock back and forth. And start to lift the feet off the ground a little bit. So as much as you're comfortable doing. Bring the arms into play. Both arms. And let's get serious here. Let's name a philosopher, an astronomer, a naturalist, a chemist, a medical doctor, and the politician. All right, let's stop. And shake the tree. This is the first warm-up for the Qigong exercise. Is called the 5 treasures. And you just let the limbs shake in any direction. Just loosen everything up. The 5 treasures were something the National Qigong Association put together for people after the World Trade Center attack in 2001. And 3, 2, 1. Pardon my voice this morning. Calm, center, take 2 deep breaths. And twist from the waist and swing the arms. Gently tapping the back below the knee, rib cage. Below the rib cage. And center. Take a deep breath. Rub your hands together. Feel that friction, feel that energy building and separate them. Feel the pull as you bring them together. And the elastic spin, the whatever it is, expanding. As you pull them apart, form a chi ball. And let that chi ball take you wherever it wants to go. And center. One deep 360 degrees diaphragmatic breath. And exhale. I'm going to do some ocean wave breathing, the first of the 5 treasures. Your hands come out a little bit, and then a little bit more, and come back. As they come out, roll a little bit forward on your toes, shifting your weight forward, and then roll back as you exhale and come back down with your hands. Getting higher up to the shoulder height, and then we start coming back down. Center. Deep breath. Now let's start marching in place or jogging. Whatever feels right to you. Getting the heartbeat going a little bit. And in the last 20 seconds of this minute or so, we're gonna, if you want to, and only if you feel comfortable doing so, get it going quite a bit by sprinting all out or doing jumping jacks or doing some squats. But only if you're up to it, only if you feel like it. Do what's good for you, do what's safe. So I am going to go all out on a run, sprint in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 13, 14, 17, 18, 19, 20. 2 deep breaths. Interlace the fingers. Bring them up over the head. If you can do a back extension, lean back. If not, we'll meet you right here and then to the side. And then the other side. Bring it back to center. Stretch. As they're right in front of you. Bring it down. Bring your hands behind your back. Interlace your fingers again. And come up. And up a little more. Hold and drop. Shoulders, hands by your side. Shrug your shoulders. And then roll them back. Bringing those shoulder blades together. And then roll them forward. And then hold your hands like so, 90 degrees, and flop them out and back. Ruger's scapular retraction, it's called, and that's what's happening to your scapula. It is retracting in the back. Hands down and rotate your neck. In one direction and then the other. Now while you're doing these exercises, just shift your weight from one foot to the other. Maybe pick one leg up. Now nod. Up, back and forth, nodding. And go ear to shoulder on both sides. The reason you're shifting your weight is just to practice your balance. Something you can do while you're online at a store or a movie queue when we can go back to the movies. Now I want you to look up. Give yourself a little assistance here. Look down. Look over your shoulder. And the other shoulder. And then cross your arm in front of your body at the throat and press back on the elbow. And if you feel comfortable doing so, you can lift up the foot. Balance, practicing your balance a little more, but not necessary. Keep them both on the ground and just put 90% of your weight on one foot. Take the other arm, do the same thing. And behind the back, and press down on the elbow if you can do it, if you can get it back there. If you can't, you will be soon. Other elbow, probably. No guarantee, but I'm betting. And then extend the arms and rotate in one direction. And then the other. Keep them extended and go thumbs up. And then turn them down. Up, down, up, down. Now you can use a stick for this, or a chair, or not. The idea is to come down and stretch your hamstring. If you're doing a chair, hold on to the back. Stick you can hold in front of you. And you're hinging at the waist, knees are slightly bent. Come back up. And now spread your legs apart, lean towards the one side and stretch the inner thigh. We're also doing a lunge on the other side, muscle building for your quads. Shift your weight to the other side. Now you can lean against the wall or not and put your front leg in a 90-degree position. Lean forward as you press your heel of your back leg into the ground. Again, you can lean against the wall if that feels better. And there goes my stick. To the other side. As I mentioned yesterday, I put some pebbles in my PVC stick, and I figured it was about 5 or 6 pounds. I weighed it this morning. It's actually 4.6. So a little less than you folks who are doing the 6-pound sticks. And you can get, 10, 12-pound sticks. You can get all sorts of weights if you want to do weighted exercises with the sticks. So speaking of sticks, let's grab them. Even if it's a broomstick, that's fine. And we're going to start by rotating out in circles. And then coming back in. Now let's go laterally in one direction. And then the other. Bring it in front of you and flop the wrists. And then push out. And then do some flip-flops. Put the stick behind your back in the crook of your elbows and twist from the waist. And again, center and lean back if you can do back extensions. If not, because you have a spinal issue, don't. Come back up. And now we're going to do the famous pigeon peck. Tuck your chin in, stick your neck, and head out like a pecking pigeon. In and out. And then we'll put the stick in front of us. And we're going to come up on our toes for a count of 17. And I'm thinking that's 5, 6. And then back down. And then we're going to come up on our heels for another 17. So yesterday I mentioned the Very Well Fit newsletter and website, and they had some tips on house, let me see, 54, 55, that's 17, put it down, on how to exercise while you're cleaning house. And one example that they gave was when you're vacuuming, you do a lunge. Which is the reason why we're not going to, one of the reasons we're not going to do any lunges today is because we're going to be just doing some lunges as part of the back to basics training. So you can vacuum like that, come forward on your foot. Or when you're sweeping, lunge to the side. So today's tip was when you're dusting, you know how you get on your tiptoes when you're going to a top shelf? Well, stay on your toes, even when you're doing a bottom shelf. Same thing as what we just did with the stick. And the other bit of advice is, try balancing on one foot while you're doing this sort of dusting. You're next to some furniture, and you can use it for support. So that's the second of a few more to come. And thanks to Cindy for posting the Very Well Fit URL on the Facebook page. Okay, So today is back to basics. We're going to do some squats, we're going to do some lunges, we're going to do some push-ups, and we're going to do some bridges in various modifications. We'll start with the squats. Basic squat in a chair, hands across the chest, sit down, or you can keep them at your side if that's easier for you, and stand up. Just the way you would, getting up and down for dinner. And you do 15 of those. You can progress that by just touching and coming straight up. Just touch it with your boots quickly or your thigh. Come right up. Third progression, don't use a chair. Just go down. Keep your knees so that they're not, they shouldn't go any further than the tips of your toes. Your feet should be straight ahead. Come up that way. And another way to progress it is to use a weight. You can use a can of beans. You can use a hand weight. You can use a kettlebell. You can use 2. Let's do 15. Whatever you feel comfortable with. 1, 2, 3. Back is straight. 4, 5. Put your hands out for balance. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 13, 14, 15. Now, 2 things. If you can only do 7, that's fine. Next time, try 8. If you can only go down this far, that's fine. Next time, you go down a little bit further. So that is the squat. The second is the lunge. We just tried that with the vacuum cleaner. We do it usually with a stick going up like this, but for safety's sake, let's put it down on the ground and just come forward like this. Or not. You don't need a stick, don't use it. Again, only go as far as you feel comfortable going. If it's this far and you're just putting a little bit of weight on your quads, that's fine. We'll do 15 in each direction. 1, 2. We're coming out. Actually, we should be going straight forward. 3, 4. But if you want to go to the side, you can. 6, 7, 8. There's all sorts of variations on the lunge. 9, 10, 11, 15. Let's take a second to gather our breath again. You're only going this far, putting the weight on, no problem. And just do as many as you can, up to 15. 1, 2, 6, 11, 13, 14, and you'll be very happy to go. That's 15. Last one, we're going to skip the bridge today because it's running late. but the push-up. And again, there's a number of variations on this, starting with a wall push-up. This is a bookcase, but pretend it's a wall. Come out at a 45-degree angle. Keep your back straight, arms flat, and lean in and back. Keeping your core engaged. You can keep your angle closer to the wall if that's too difficult. Bring it up to here. We'll do up to 15. Next, you're down on your knees. Stay on your knees. And do it that way. Final regular push-up on your toes. 1, 2, 7, 13, 14, 15. And that's that. Gather your breath. If you want to, you could do another set of each of these, or not. You're going to finish with some qigong. Deep breath. We're going to open our hearts. Extending our arms out as we inhale. Exhale on the way back. To the heart. And again, you're rolling forward slightly on the way out. Coming back on the way in. Let's pause here at the heart. Inhale and send that out. Exhaling on the way out this time. And rolling forward on the way out. From the center, 2 really deep, invigorating breaths. We go up and bring down heavenly chi. Again, rolling forward on the way up, back on the way down. Inhale, exhale. And let's go down now. We're used to squatting and picking up earth chi. And on the last one, which will be number 5 in our case today, we're going to throw our arms into the air. And there's Chunglian Ao Wang, another Tai Chi master, says we're just affirming our existence, our life force. Aha! That's great. Thank you very much. My phone rang, so I lost everybody there for a second. And I think I can get you back. There we go. Any questions, comments, thoughts?
No.
Be glad to entertain. No, okay. In that case,
Good pace, Tom. Good pace.
oh, good, good.
Thanks, Tom.
You're welcome. Is that Ron?
Art.
Art, okay, sorry. Hey, Art. Today, we're doing some resistant band training for those of you who are able to stick around. And let's grab them. I'm going to put the other, yeah. Holy smokes. I was going to say, it's too hot to go with blue today. So I'll go with green. Yellow, of course, are the least resistant. Yeah, green is second, blue is third. So we're going to start with some bicep curls, standing bicep curls. Put the band in between your thumb and in the palm of your one hand. Grab it with the other and just come up. You can change the angle a little bit to get a little bit of a different pull. And I think that's 12. We're going to do 12 on each. Reverse the hands. And 1, 2, 10, 11, and 12. All right. Next up, you want to put the band around your either ankles, which is more difficult, or if you're starting this for the first time or even the 20th time and find the ankles too difficult, you can put them around the top of your knees. We're going to do some lateral walking. So I'll start up with my knees. You get into an athletic stance. Your knees are slightly bent, spine is straight, and you extend that leg out, bring the other one towards it. And if it's too easy around the knees, move it down to the ankles. Go out as far as you can, while remaining safe. Again, you can carry a stick or be next to a table or a wall as you do this. 9, 10, 11, and 12. All right, we're going to do 2 sets on each of these exercises today. We're going to get down on the floor. I'm going to move the camera. And let me switch the view. Make sure that I'm seen. Okay. On camera. Okay. Down on the ground. Wrap the foot around the band around the foot. Put it under the foot. And you're going to pull out with the opposite arm and back. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, and 12. Other foot, other hand. Same principle, pulling back. 2, 3, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Very good. And finally, we're going to do some clamshells. I'm going to adjust this camera a little bit. Bring it up slightly better. So you want to wrap it around both legs, right at the top of the knees. Bend your knees like so. And you're going to come up with your feet resting on top of each other. And open up. 3, 4, resting on your elbow and forearm. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Go as far as you can. 11, 12. And then reverse. And 1. 5, 6, 11, and 12. All right, so let's do one more set of each of these, and we'll do them in reverse. So we'll go back to the other side on the clamshells. Do 10 more. 1, 2, 3. We're only going to do 10 on each now. 4, 6, 10. You can feel that in your glute. And to the side, 1, 9, and 10. All right, we're going to do the lateral walk. So if you're doing it above your knees, just leave the band there. If you're doing it at your ankles, move it down. Bend slightly at the knees, athletic stance. And we'll do 10. 1, 2, 4, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And then we'll bring them up. What do we do? Lateral walks in. Oh, I know what we did. I'm sorry. Got to get down again. I missed one. On one knee, and you're pulling back. 1, 2, 3, 8, 9, and 10. And then the other knee. foot. And 1, 2, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And then finally, a bicep curl. You can stand up. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 9, 10. Switch hands. Seven, 8, 9. Namaste. Let's turn on the fan on this side. And I'm feeling it. How you all doing?
Still hanging in here, Tom.
That's good, that's good.
Thanks, Tom.
You're welcome. Thank you, Cindy.
Thank you, Tom. See
Diana,
you tomorrow.
great. Take care.
Thank you, Tom. Thank you, Tom.
That's good. You're welcome, Suzanne. Bye-bye. Mira, how did it go?
Thank you so much. It
You're
was,
very welcome.
wonderful. Thanks.
Oh, good, great.
Thanks,
See you
Tom.
again. John?
Thanks, T. And
Okay.
the post I mentioned from Jim was on Facebook.
Okay. I will take a look tonight, I think.
Yeah, I was going to say, in your 30 seconds of free time.
Right.
Is Stu here today? I don't think so.
No, Stu was not here today.
He has a Parkinson's thing that he's doing.
Oh, okay. All
Okay,
right.
thanks, Tom. See you tomorrow.
Okay, all right, Bill, take care.
Okay.
Richard? Ciao.
See you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
So long.